Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today on your screen you have the format for the new LCS lock-in tournament. That's going to be beginning, I believe, January 15th, January 13th, somewhere around that second week in January. This is the new preseason tournament for the LCS, where you're going to get to see all 10 teams taking part in this single stage round robin, and then into a full bracket where we're going to see who the best team headed into the LCS season is going to be. And that's going to be so exciting to get to see all the new teams, all the new rosters, all the new players play through a group stage and play through a bracket. It's going to be more games for the LCS. It's going to be more fun, more excitement for the fans, and a ton of awesome stuff. And in this video today, I'm going to be running through all of my predictions and how I think this whole LCS lock-in tournament is going to play out. And throughout it, I'm going to be explaining how it's all set up, how it all works, and all that stuff. So you guys will hopefully learn a ton from this video, but then also get my picks and predictions as well. But before we get into that, I just want to mention a quick word from our sponsor, who is DraftBuff. This is a fantasy esports website app. It is super fun. You can build a fantasy team of the best players in esports, just like traditional sports. This is all about esports. They have all different kinds of games. As you can see, they have League of Legends, Rainbow Six, Call of Duty League, all the good stuff, all the top esports you know and love. And obviously we have LCS, LEC, LCK right around the corner. So if you're interested in fantasy sports, definitely go get signed up. Definitely start playing today. They have fantasy leagues where you can play head-to-head all season long, and they have Royale where you can draft on a budget. And then they also have Draft Pass where you can earn avatars and taunts to show who's the boss. If you do get signed up, definitely make sure you use code IAMGERM. I would appreciate it a ton, and so would they. Remember, check out DraftBuff today. With that being said, here we go, getting right into this. Again, here's the LCS lock-in tournament, how the single stage round robin works. As you can see on this left, right now we only have TSM and FlyQuest in these group stages. Those are the two teams that played in the summer finals, and those are the two teams that are going to be selecting the groups. I believe, I know for sure they're going to take turns selecting who's going to be in each group, but I believe they're going to select who's going to be in their own group. So they're going to be kind of picking from the bottom up. So first we're going to start out by making my predictions for that. I'm going to assume that TSM has the first selection here. Here is all the teams that are going to be taking place in this tournament. I can draw a little line down the middle here for us. So first, I assume TSM is going to have the first pick in this little like draft thing because they obviously won the summer split, so they should have first pick. And then here are the 8 other teams, and again, they're just going to take turns picking back and forth who's going to be in what groups. If TSM has the first selection, I would assume they're going to be going with Golden Guardians into their group first, and I think FlyQuest would take Dignitas. I think these are the two weakest teams. I think that is pretty easy. I think they're two clearly the bottom teams, at least in my opinion, at least starting out the season until they prove us otherwise. Because again, TSM, FlyQuest, they're just going to be picking based off what we see on paper as well. You know, maybe obviously there's going to be a little bit of scrimming and stuff beforehand, so maybe they can start to get a little bit of an idea for these teams. But I don't know when this draft is going to happen in terms of like what, how much scrimming and stuff they're going to get to do beforehand. So then with TSM's next pick, I would think they would want to go with Immortals because I think they are the weakest team available. And then to me, the next clear weakest team is going to be CLG, which if it'll let me pick them, I would pick CLG if I was FlyQuest. And then now we start to get into these teams a little bit better. This does get to be where it gets to be a little bit scarier. I think Evil Geniuses is the weakest team left because they have, is it going to let me pick it up? Maybe. There we go. If I was TSM, I would pick Evil Geniuses. I think they have pretty clear weaknesses in the mid lane. AD carry, I think TSM could maybe exploit them a little bit. But obviously, once you're starting to move up, these teams are getting better and better. And now you have the 3 big guys, Team Liquid, Cloud9, 100 Thieves. I think 100 Thieves is a clear choice here for FlyQuest because TL and Cloud9 are these two scary teams you don't want to mess with. And then the toughest decision of it all really is Team Liquid, Cloud9. Who do you want to go after? Who do you think is going to be the weaker team? And honestly, if I'm TSM, I'm picking Cloud9. I do think they're going to be a little bit weaker than Team Liquid, especially to start out the season. Maybe you have an opportunity to exploit Fudge in the top lane, especially if you think Huni's going to come out being a beast. C9, they have perks. They're scary, yeah, but Team Liquid is also good. It's a tough decision. Then I would assume that FlyQuest obviously then would get Team Liquid in their group. So in my opinion, these would be the 5 groups. This is what my like little predictions for what the draft would be. You know, you don't know exactly how it's going to play out or anything like that, but these would be my predictions. Then they're going to do a single round robin where each team is going to play every other team just one time. And taking a look at this first group, this group 1, obviously I would assume Cloud9 is going to be at the head of it. I mean, it's tough to just order these teams any other way than just what we kind of think how good they're going to be at the beginning. It is all best of 1, so you could get some craziness. You could get some big upsets and stuff. You might have something wild happening. But this is how I think it would play out. I think Cloud9 would win the group. TSM would get second. Evil Geniuses in third. Immortals Immortals in 4th and Golden Guardians in 5th. I could see Immortals and Golden Guardians flopping around. Maybe TSM is able to take a game off Cloud9, but I would be surprised if that happens. But I do think TSM should solidly be ahead of Evil Geniuses in that group. And I think this is how this group would play out. And the top 4 teams from each group make it to the next round. So at this point, I would say that Golden Guardians would be eliminated. Then over in this group, similar stuff. I think it's going to play out, I think it's hard to predict anything other than just like chalk of how good we think the teams are going to be. Unfortunately for FlyQuest, I don't think they're the second strongest team in their group, even if they draft the group just like a little bit different than TSM's case. I would actually have Team Liquid winning the group pretty easily. I think they're going to be very, very dominant in this tournament. I think their roster looks so sick. I think they're going to come out of the gate really, really hot, which I'm not even a huge like Team Liquid fan or anything, but I just think they're really nasty. The 100 Thieves team, I think they would be in second. I'm really, really excited for them. FlyQuest, they look great, but their team is so young. I think it's going to be a little bit of a slow start for them, so they might be in the middle of the pack in this group. CLG I would have in 4th, and then finally Dignitas in last, meaning that Dignitas would be eliminated. But then these teams are all, so now we're going to knock out Dignitas, we're going to knock out Golden Guardians, and now we have these final 8 teams left. Now, I don't know, they're going to sort them 1 through 8, but I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. So if these are the 8 teams that we have left to pick from, and we just kind of number them off in order where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, as we could see from the other post, we are going to get a little 8-team bracket, and then we can kind of see how that would play out. If we can kind of erase all these, we can start lining these guys up. We can start matching them up and stuff. We're going to have a Cloud9 CLG. We're going to have a Team Liquid Immortals. We're going to have TSM and FlyQuest. We're going to have Evil Geniuses 100 Thieves. And these games start to get pretty interesting if we kind of line these teams up by like actually into a bracket. We have the 1-8. We have the 2-7 down here. And then we have this kind of 3 seed matchup here where the winners lead in, because this is how the bracket would play out. So you actually get some different matchups. Like you want TSM and Cloud9 to be on opposite sides. You want Liquid and 100 Thieves to be on opposite sides. I don't know why it won't ever let me pick these up. So now we have this little bracket here of these 8 teams where they're each going to be playing a best of 3. And I think there are some interesting matchups here. I think in this first match, Cloud9 against CLG, I think this obviously, if you win your group, you deserve to get an easy matchup out of the beginning. I think Cloud9 would stomp CLG pretty handily. So we can have Cloud9 kind of moving on from that. I think that would be an easy win for them. Well, let me cross this out. So we can cross out CLG. Next up for 100 Thieves and Evil Geniuses. Again, same type of thing. I think this 100 Thieves team is really, really nasty. I think FBI is going to hard bot diff definitely so hard. I think that will be a nice, easy win for them, but it'll be pretty interesting. These are best of 3s, so you should get a little bit less variance in these matchups. It should be a little bit more where even if you just lose a single game, you can still bounce back. I would have those as my final 4, 2 of my final 4 teams. And then for TSM against FlyQuest, I think TSM should be able to take it again. FlyQuest, they're going to be a really, really young, promising team building for the future, but I don't know if they're going to quite be there yet. So that would be TSM for me. And then Team Liquid and Immortals in that final game. Again, Team Liquid winning their group, getting the 1 seed, getting to play an easier team off the bat at the beginning. I don't really think there's any way Immortals would have the tools to take down the star-studded lineup of Team Liquid, especially, again, early on in the year where they still need some younger players to be developed. So then we have our semifinals matchups where these are going to be best of 5. These should actually be really, really hype. Okay, that is not how I wanted that to go at all. Can I actually pick up the TSM one? Okay, maybe not. So anyway, we have Cloud9 and 100 Thieves taking on in the semifinals. Again, I think Cloud9 is going to be a really, really nasty team. I think they're going to be super difficult for everyone. Sven and Vulcan in the bot lane are going to be really nasty once again. I think Perks and Blabber, even though it's going to take some time for them to develop that synergy and maybe work things out together over time, I still think they're going to be really, really good off the bat. And then Fudge is a big question mark for me, but it'll be interesting to see how he plays out. But I do have to kind of go with them at the beginning. Okay, so this is all messed up. I did not mean to do that. But I think Cloud9 is going to be a very, very solid team. And I do have them easily making it to the finals. I think they're the second best team in North America. So yeah, I see no reason why they can't continue to roll on. Then we take a look at TSM and Team Liquid. TSM has a ton of question marks. Obviously, Huni is a big question mark. How well is Sword Art going to come into the league and be able to kind of just how well is he able to affect TSM right away? And obviously, Loss is a absolutely big question mark for a lot of people as well. And I think Team Liquid has much less question marks. nasty team. Alfari's a beast. Santorin's a beast. One of the best top laners, one of the best junglers, one of the best mids, one of the best AD carries, one of the best supports. This team is so good. I see no problem with a bunch of veterans being able to just start steamrolling teams right off the bat. Team Liquid was an amazing team last year, and they got better in the offseason. And then we get to the finals, which is going to be a best of 5 between Team Liquid and Cloud9, which is going to be so hyped, so exciting, so fun to watch. The viewership's going to be insane. People are going to be so excited for seeing this Team Liquid team, who is projected to be the best team in North America, taking on Cloud9 Perks, a new big pickup, the biggest free agent, possibly the best player in North America. And Core JJ is going to have something to say about that. They're going to get to show exactly what's going on. But in the end, my pick for the winner of this tournament is going to be Team Liquid. I think their team is going to be so good. I think they have a ton of veteran talent that is not going to take time to kind of mesh and gel together. I think they're going to be great right off the bat, and I have them winning the LCS lock-in tournament. But I think it could go like 4 or 5 games. I think it's going to be a banger of a series with Cloud9. I think it's going to be a ton of fun to watch, and I'm super excited for this stuff to all get started. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Those were my predictions for what is going to be going down in the LCS lock-in tournament. My predictions for the draft, the group stage, the knockout stage, all of that good stuff, exactly how I think it's going to be going down. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment down below. What do you think I got right? What do you think I got wrong? What are your predictions? Are you guys excited? Are you not? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on my latest content. Check me out over at Twitch, twitch.tv/I_am_Germ. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.